For the fourth year, Ukraine is living through full-scale war. From border regions exposed to shelling to cities far from the front line, everyday life is defined by air raid alerts, missile and drone threats, and the long-term regime of martial law. At the same time, the state remains formally bound by its constitution, which guarantees citizens basic rights and freedoms. On paper, people are entitled to freedom of movement and protection from arbitrary detention. In practice, these guarantees now coexist with extensive mobilization measures. Men of conscription age face travel restrictions and regular checks of identity and military registration documents, as Territorial Recruitment and Social Support Centers, regional military enlistment offices known by the abbreviation TCC, together with police units, are tasked with locating potential conscripts and updating military records. As a result, the question of rights moves from legal texts to the streets of Ukrainian cities. Document checks take place in public transport, near shopping areas, at workplaces and administrative buildings. Videos filmed by witnesses show groups of recruitment officers and police approaching men, asking for papers and, in some cases, escorting those without up-to-date registration into vehicles for transfer to recruitment offices. Human rights organizations and the National Ombudsman report complaints about unlawful or disproportionate use of these powers, including detentions without clear explanation of legal grounds and the use of physical force during delivery to enlistment points. The paradox is that institutions expected to defend the law are frequently at the center of these disputes. Reports describe operations using unmarked vehicles, improvised roadblocks, and situations where civilians are not informed of their procedural rights. For many men of conscription age, this creates a second layer of risk alongside the external threat of attack. Moving around their own cities can mean constant uncertainty. Being stopped on the way to work, questioned during routine errands, or asked to board a vehicle for a medical examination or further verification. Social media channels and messaging groups share information about patrol locations and newly recorded incidents, turning separate episodes into an almost continuous stream of documentary material. Taken together, these images and testimonies outline a broader pattern. They show Ukrainian streets where the danger from the sky coexists with intensified control on the ground, and where constitutional guarantees of freedom of movement and personal security intersect with the practical demands of mass mobilization and the daily actions of recruitment and law enforcement structures.
А ви знімаєте все? Петуна! Петуна! Вам треба сам того боку. Нахуй, блядь! Та ви маєте... Петуй нахуй звідси! Коль відійде! Та бре того долбойова, блядь! Це ж територія села взагалі-то. Давай, блядь, стреляй на мою пути, давай, блядь. Давай, нахуй. Стреляй, блядь. Ну-ка ты уебишься, нахуй. Давай, блядь. Что бойку, нахуй?
Так пустити в інтернет.
Що хочеш?
Вася,
Я зараз піду, підеш блудом.
Зараз піду, блядь. Я піду, нахуй. Як піду, курва.
То ви підійте.
Ну, встанеш, нахуй.
Надо мене не буде.
Блядь. Туда иди, нахуй. Ты педрил, блядь. Туда иди, блядь. Какой ты, нахуй.